It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, coming into tonight, a couple of goals they have. Stay aggressive on both ends, but also play with efficiency. It's a delicate balance, but they know it's the key to playing their best ball. And they call him the Unicorn. Kristaps Porzingis lacing him up tonight.
That's a horse.
That doesn't... How would you know what a unicorn sounds like?
Wait.
How would you know what a unicorn sounds
Kenny
like?
first. That's what, Kenny?
That's a horse.
And a unicorn is what?
It's a
horse with a horn in his head. Thank you. I rest my case.
It's
a horse with a horn coming out of his forehead.
There's no such thing.
Why don't you tell me about his skill set?
Anyway, he's not just 7 feet, he's 7'3". And I don't think there's ever been a player his height who can handle and shoot the ball the way he does.
Well, I handle the ball. You could handle the ball like that.
Yeah, but I'm not 7'3". I'm 6'11".
Oh,
you're not 6'11".
I'm 6'11" and 19/4 inches of a quarter.
Oh, my gosh.
I am.
You know what? Some international players, they do get that soft label coming over because they don't like to come in the paint because they used to shoot the three. But now that label is gone, ripped off, because now they've changed the American game into that. So now everybody's soft.
You're 7'3", 416 pounds.
Nope. Minus 16 pounds.
415 pounds.
No, your math is off.
Here's Kevin Harlan. I'm right, you know it.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A.
I think when you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, it's not hard to think about the ownership. Driven, intelligent, committed, and the team has embodied those traits.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. All out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's McGee in at the 5. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And even though the Mavericks had a couple of bad years in a row, this franchise remains rock solid.
Well, think about they've had consistency from the top down. It's a pioneering organization that's always looking at the next innovation. And remember, they have a very strong fan base.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Boy, seizing control right away. Send a message on that possession.
Now, here's ball. Pass to Kuzma, beyond the arc. And that's collected by Nowitzki. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Mavericks making a switch here. .52 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's ball. LeBron outside. Powell with the steal. Here's Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Doncic. Here's Powell. Rebounded by McGee.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
It could go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
So for the Lakers right now, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Hart in at the shooting guard.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Here's Doncic following the 3 by the Lakers. Pass to Kleba. Here's Brunson. He's covered by Rondo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Kuzma kicks to Rondo. Stevenson outside. Pulls it up. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Pass to Doncic. Over Hart. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. And Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end. And LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Doncic at the 3 and Dirk at the 4. Hardaway is out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And stolen by Kuzma. Fast break, here they come. From downtown, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Now here's Barea. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
Burke, he's checked in for Doncic. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Lakers. No good on the second free throw.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
Now here's Burke. He kicks it to Nowitzki. 4 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
It's never easy trying to guard Nowitzki, right? Hard not to foul this guy.
The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And he makes the first.
There are certain stars in the NBA that are identifiable with their one and only franchise, and that's Dirk Nowitzki, who is synonymous with the Mavs organization. So rare to see a living legend play in person.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
And it's Bullock missing. The Mavericks trailing. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now Ball. The pass to James. Over Nowitzki. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. LeBron James is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Muscala in at the 5, down low.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Ball kicks to LeBron. Shoots over Powell. James, no good.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Now here's Porzingis. Shot from 6. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
LeBron with it. Guarded by Powell. James kicks to Ball. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Powell. And the shot no good, a bit short. Mavericks leading by 4. Inside, here's Porzingis. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 6. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for J.J. Barea. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
That's unreal poise from Nowitzki, keeping cool in a pressure-filled moment for his team. Beautiful.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kuzma passes the ball. He's looking for James and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, is not a person in this building who didn't know the ball was going to LeBron, and still he delivers.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And here are the Mavericks now. They lead by 4, and he commits the intentional foul.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, how about the guy, undrafted, undersized guard out of Puerto Rico? What a career J.J. Barea has made for himself.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Hardaway with the steal, and that's an intentional foul.
Two.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Los Angeles now.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
No, it appears that this one is absolutely done. No sense wasting energy trying to come back.
Hart, no good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.